Yes, welcome to the Man United Agenda. Friday evening, I'm joined by Mr. B. It's a preview show today. It's been a long time since we've done a preview show, isn't it, Mr. B? Almost 2 weeks. We haven't played for ages. And we're back. We're back. So yeah. I mean, we filled the gaps pretty well, though, don't you reckon, over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, we have, but we've struggled, man. It's good to talk about football. Listen, it's a preview show, so we will talk about what we're expecting. But yeah, it's just good to have football back on the agenda, man.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because like when there's no games playing, I mean, you're really sort of scraping the barrel to find topics to talk about. And you know, I've got an issue because no one wants to come and face the quiz master. Everyone's bottling it, like an Arsenal fan or Arsenal team, or they're bottling it like Klopp, who can't take the heat and get out of the kitchen. Let's start now.
Yeah. I like the way you did that. Look, as long as it's not health related,
yeah,
I'm over the moon that he's going. When I heard, I just thought, oh, please don't let him be sick or don't let him be. You know what I mean? Life is life, innit? Football is something else.
Yeah.
The fact that his health is fine, I'm glad. I'm glad he's burnt himself out. Well done. You know what I mean? Go to pastures new, take your year off, or your 2 years off. You know, his wife might be out there trying to, they want to, bring the romance back into their life. You know, the kids probably want to go back to Germany. You know what I mean? So yeah, fair play to him. Fair play to him. Well done. It's beautifully, he's now got that time. I just don't think they're going to drop off, to be fair. I don't think it's going to affect them how it affected us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you think about it, let's look at him. He came into the club. I felt like under Brendan Rodgers, they were on the cusp of doing something. So they had a decent team, but he came in and turned them around. And within a couple of years, they were challenging. And then eventually they got to the Champions League final. And then they lost that. They won the league. And then they won the Champions League after that. I mean, when you look at it, I mean, other managers have won more than him. But his impact, his relationship with the players, and beating Man United 5-0, we remember that, and the 7-0. I mean, he's loved by Liverpool fans, isn't he? I think that for Liverpool fans, that's all you want, isn't it? European Cup, League, and to smash United. That's he's done it all for them.
Well, as I said, let him enjoy his time off. Look, I want them all to go. You know what I mean? I want anybody whose team's above us. Moyes can go. De Zerbi could go. Klopp could go. You know what I mean? Who's this one playing on the telly now at the moment? The Australian one, he can go. Yeah. Let them all go. Let them all weaken themselves. If we win a league by default, or I take it. I don't care. I take it.
Got a few comments here, some funny ones. Starting with Big T. Welcome, Big T. How you doing, man? He says, "Can we start the show sending our thoughts and prayers to Bart losing a mentality monster manager? It's truly devastating. You've got to dip, aren't you? After having an era like that, an empire like that, like Ten Hag said when he came to the club, maybe Ten Hag knew something. He said, all empires or eras come to an end. Roman Abramovich, gone. Man City, FFP, 100 charges, whatever, that's still going on. And maybe this is the reason, I'm speculating, there's something going on behind the scenes and the Klopp knows he better jump before it all gets exposed. Who knows? Inhalers, asthma, performance. Who knows what's going on there? But
we've got the king of the asthma inhalers at our club. So maybe, maybe.
You never know. Big up Andrew. How you doing? He says, gentlemen, enjoyed first half of City and Spurs. Are they playing right now? I didn't even know that. But here is where, man. Andrew, thank you so much. Enjoy that. Bart is a Liverpool fan. Now, obviously, we are sort of saying it in jest, but we do respect Klopp as a manager. He's saying, hey, Man United fans in the chat, which of the following games did you actually like the most from Klopp's tenure? Was it the 5-0 win at Old Trafford, 4-0 at Anfield, or the 7-0 last season?
You see, I tell you what, Bart, you're lucky it's a Monday doing the message. I wouldn't have given you no airtime, especially not tonight. I would have gone straight past you, mate. Straight past you.
Jurgen Klopp, big loss for the EPL. Great manager, great man. That's Andrew Williams. That's a great comment. Matt Bassett, how you doing Friday night? Obviously, we're going to ask you, you're ordering out. What you getting? Takeaway wise? Yeah,
kebab. It's going to be kebab. Come on now. It's going to be kebab.
Big up to Andrew Williams. And here's something. I mean, obviously, in the past, Liverpool used to sort of employ managers from the boot room. People were known to them. Was it Roy Evans, Ronnie Moran? Shankly, Paisley, they all came through. Kenny Dalglish, Souness, all former players, all that sort of mentality. Xavi Alonso is doing fantastic. He took on a relegation placed Leverkusen mid last season, got them out of relegation. And this year he's top of the league ahead of Bayern Munich. He could be the one, isn't it, Mr. B, going straight
That's
to the...
that's the one that they're talking about. I mean, talking to my brother, he said that he's won less than Gerrard, but he don't want Gerrard at the club. So why is he gonna want Alonso, who's had no experience?
Yeah.
So look, they'll make their choices. They'll make their choices. No doubt Liverpool will get it, more right than wrong. But
yeah, it's a big decision to make, isn't it? You don't want to drop off too much. Klopp lost the mentality; he can't do it anymore. Maybe you just it could be. That's what he's based a lot of his success on, and it is draining to be able to perform that all the time. Big T saying here with Bereda jumping ship and Klopp now waving the white flag. Should we stand and applaud Sir Jim for putting fear into our rival? Big T, I like it. You're drinking that brandy or whatever you're on because you're in good form tonight. They're top of the league. Let's go easy on the shade. No takeaway tonight, Mr. B, unfortunately.
No, I think he's saying that he's not eating a takeaway.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. What about you, mate? Sorry. What about you, Mr. B?
No, I'm not doing the dead. No, there's no takeaway tonight. 100% no take. I need a rest on Monday. I need a rest.
Rudy coming home to manage the biggest club in the hometown and country. I don't think that's going to happen. And from Leverkusen, Matty wants Wirtz, Grimado, left back, and the right back or right wing back, whatever, Frimpong, who went down injured the other day, sort of a bit concerning. I don't know what it was, breathing difficulties or something like that. But anyway, enough about that. We're back, guys. We're back. Hope everyone's had a good week, and everyone's in good health and happy. Yes, we are. We're doing okay. We're here as usual. But we're back. We're playing in the FA Cup, and it's an important competition because it's the only one we really left in cup-wise. We've been knocked out of the Champions League, and we're out of the League Cup as well. But so this one's a big game, and fortunately, we've been a bit fortunate in the last couple of seasons to have sort of so-called easy games. But there's no easy games, really, is there, Mr. B, in the FA Cup? We're playing Newport away. What do you know about Newport, Mr. B?
Look, one day, I'll be honest. They're in the second division, Division 2, Division 1.
Yeah, Division 2, League 2.
Right, League 2. Look, let's not get it twisted. I'm not researching any of their players. I know they stayed they're in Wales or near Wales. Is as much as I know, and I probably got that wrong. To be fair, it's a game that I heard somebody was talking from one of their podcasts. They were talking about making it difficult for Man United, blah blah. And this more. I'm thinking, Jesus, they've got a good pitch. For one, their pitch is good. If you want to try and level things out. You know what I mean? You want to hope that you got one bumpy Saturday, Sunday league pitch, but they haven't. They've got a beautiful pitch to play on. So, we go there. They will have a payday, a bumper payday.
Yeah.
Maybe hopefully the money going down the line would help them. I mean, they can't even contemplate getting a replay. They get a replay, they're set for life. But if they get a replay, I think we'd be talking about Ten Hag being fired.
Yeah, for true.
So
it's just you've obviously heard that the pitch has been relayed or something because Andrew Williams saying it here. That, all I was saying about the pitch was wrong. By the way, apparently it's been relayed and it's playing fantastically well. So in the past, when we had upsets, it was usually to do with smaller grounds, different kind of atmosphere, and dodgy pitches as well. So this doesn't seem to be the case this time around, eh?
It's a shame. It's going to be a shame for them, but it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. They'll have we're on prime time BBC One. BBC One. They want to have that giant killing. So, let them go. Let them be. Let them go out there and enjoy themselves. Let them get their moment in the limelight, and then take their points and go.
Okay. Big T said it needs investing. Why we were not drawn at home? This is an FA Cup campaign. We we did have a bit of luck. Beneficial to us for sure. Jeff's desperate to come on to the Friday Night Takeaway. It's not on this week, Jeff. Probably be back on next week. Andrew Williams saying here they used to have the worst pitch in the football pyramid, but they're raving about it now. Big T saying here with Rashford out clubbing and then being announced as unwell to take part against Newport, should he get the same treatment as Sancho? Is he done? Let's touch on that. What do you know, Mr. B? We do know a little something about this. What do you know? And let's just touch on this for a few minutes.
Okay, Big T, were you there? Were you there? You seem very interested in this one, you troublemaker. Look, he went out the night before his day off.
Right.
So what? This is my opinion. So what? He's reported ill today. Probably found out he wasn't playing. Or he knows he wasn't playing. You know, he had too much to drink, maybe. I heard people talk about vaping. I wasn't there. I didn't see no vape in any of the pictures that I saw, so I'm not going to say. But I mean, I don't know what they expect. Did they just expect footballers to stay in their house? You know, when Jaden stays in his house, he can't go to bed playing Call of Duty and blah blah blah. Everybody's moaning. You know, he can't win. He can't win. He's got money. He needs to spend it somewhere. All right, he probably didn't spend too much in that little dingy hole that it looked like it wasn't wherever he went. But at the same time, with Belfast, okay, you can't expect. It's just, you've got to live a normal life. What did you expect them to do? I don't understand. They can't go normal. They can't go shopping. They can't go Asda. Can't go Waitrose. Can't go Tesco's. So everything he does is online. Anyway, he can't go to a club online. You know, so he has to go, man.
You actually can go to a club online with the metaverse these days. You put these big goggles, you can put yourself as an avatar in a club or wherever you want to be.
Pardon?
Anyway, that's besides the point. Andrew Williams saying, I'm not bothered about the story. I'm bothered about what we see in the pitch. But he's missing. Is it to do with going out in some light clothing and getting a bit worse for wear on alcohol and then waking up and feeling a bit sick with your immune system being a bit lowered by that? Is that what they're complaining about? Could that be an issue? Should the player be more responsible than that? You know, because if you're going to get sick at this time of year, and I don't know what the illness is, I'm imagining it's a cold or a flu or something like that, then really you should really protect against that. And sort of, if you're going out, wear a big fur jacket like a gangster or something. Keep yourself warm. I don't know. The Welsh side, Bart said, the Welsh side in me would root for Newport. Let's not forget, this is the same side that lost to Wrexham in the National League last season. All right, let's talk about Newport. They are 14th in League Two, Mr. B. 14th, mid-table, not really doing anything. Newport beat them last week in League Two to bring Wrexham. So, if you would ask me in a quiz, where are they? Are they in the conference or the league? I wouldn't have known, to be honest. But they're 14th in and around that sort of area. And I don't know any of their players, so we're not going to talk about them because we're not really researching. But what we will talk about quickly, we've done Rashford. We're going to talk about FA Cup upsets because there's something about the FA Cup which gets all these teams up for it. So I am going to go back in time. Ready to time travel with me, Mr. B?
Yeah. I'm going to assume you're going to go back, way back.
You know that jingle. Yes. Let's go way back in time. That's our new jingle. We're going back, way back in time. And I'm going to show you a cup upset, which is very similar to what happened here. Well, hasn't happened yet, but the risk of what can happen when you go against lower league team. And we're going back to 1983. Here we go. And it was Bournemouth. Bournemouth, we know there's a Premiership team at the moment, but back in 1983, they were managed by Harry Redknapp. They were in League Two, or the third tier, as we say now. And we went there to their ground and look at the pitch. Doesn't look too great. And we lost 2-0 against Bournemouth. And it's Harry Redknapp. He got it. So the backstory to that is Harry Redknapp, he got the players motivated by telling them that Man United players were all in the bar prior to the game or the day before, a bit like Rashford was. And they're not bothered by it. And that sort of seemed to get a lift out of the players to fight a bit further. They're underestimating us and that sort of thing. So that's a bit of psychology there from Harry Redknapp. Well done to him. But it was a good performance to beat a great Man United side. And let's go back. Don't forget, this Man United side in 1983 beat Brighton in the FA Cup. And the following season, they won it against Everton with Norman Whiteside goals. So they, at the time, they weren't challenging for the league, but they were FA Cup an FA Cup team, and they got knocked out by Bournemouth, guys. A Harry Redknapp Bournemouth. Now, just going through the side, back then, Mr. B, you wouldn't play, even the FA Cup, you didn't play weak players. You didn't rest players. So you talk about Rashford B now, I'm not so sure, because you had a Gary Bailey in goal, Arthur Orban, Graham Hogg, Mike Duxbury, Arthur Graham, Remy Moses, Moran, Arnold Muren, Brian Robson, Ray Wilkins, Stapleton, and Norman Whiteside. That's a really strong side there. What do you think?
Well, I was looking, and to think that they lost to a Bournemouth team. I mean, Robson was playing, and Wilkins. Come on, man. That's proper. Yeah. Oh, wow. Well, look, look. I mean, what you're doing, I think you're setting it up to say that, things can happen. Don't go into this game too overconfident, yeah?
For sure, most certainly. So this is a little report about the game. So it's Bournemouth in 1983, 1984. Young Harry Redknapp was in the home team's dugout when Bournemouth put Man United to the sword in the third round of the FA Cup in 1983, 1984. The Cherries were a third-tier team back then, while United were defending champions, having won the competition the year before. This is the FA Cup. They would also triumph in the FA Cup in 1985, but a 2-0 defeat by Bournemouth in the intervening season proved hard to swallow. It's tough, isn't it, for a big club? There is a bit of pressure. And I'm trying to sort of show some parallels with what we're going to see against what do they call Newton?
Newport.
Newton.
You don't even care who we're playing.
I don't know. But the thing is, you don't want to be on BBC with millions watching and lose. So, is there a risk, Mr. B?
There's a risk in any game you play. But on Monday, I cannot see in any realm or any. I can't. It's not even. I think more because the players who need to be playing to get themselves fit.
Yep.
I just can't see it. I just can't see it happening. They might be in the game, they might be in the game for 20, 25 minutes, half an hour. They might even have a good first half, but eventually I do expect it to United to be victorious.
All right. Let's big up Stephanie Griffiths. How you doing, girl? Here we're going to go to the solo 11 very soon. But Jeff's saying he hopes Ahmad plays and not Anthony. So Jeff basically saying you don't mind having a sort of weaker team, a so-called weaker team. As we showed there, evidence in 1983, 94, played a strong team and we've got knocked out. So the guys, Ten Hag's got his job on the line. He cannot afford to lose this. And you guys are talking about rotation. Mr. B, you mentioned rotation as well. Shall we go to the solo 11 and see what solo is?
Let's get it up.
Let's draw this up. Solo 11. Here we go, guys. So as we know, Solo is the foundation of this channel. And let's see what he's done here, which is a bit obvious. What's going on here? Sorry, it's an animation, motion picture. It's a picture one. So as you can see in goal, we've got Altair, the Turkish youngster. And we've been waiting for this for a long time, haven't we, Mr. B?
Is it gone?
To play.
Yeah, but I'm on there. I'll be honest. I'm still not convinced he's going to play. I just think Ten Hag's going to do. Ten Hag, he's manager's lie, innit? He's had the opportunity to play him and hasn't played him on Monday. You know what I mean? He actually hasn't played him. So as he said in his press conference, he's going to play. Right. But it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't play.
What do you guys think? I'm going to talk about him. I've got a little feature on the goalkeeper because this is the big debut coming up. It must be. Mr. B, I mean, for you to say he's not going to play when Anana's away, who else is there? I don't know. Heaton.
Yeah, Heaton.
Come on. Surely not. Did you watch the press conference, by the way?
I watched a bit of it, to be fair. I saw a little bit.
And said, is there pressure playing this young Turk against Newport? Newport County.
That Newport, yeah. You'll get it right before the end of the show.
And the manager said, no, there's no pressure. He played in big league in Turkey, in stadiums where there's been a lot of pressure. So he doesn't feel there's any issue about that, starting him. So in my mind, from what he said from the press conference, I think Solo's on the money here that he does start. Defense. Let's look at the defense, Mr. B. I mean, is this the strongest defense? And you got Martinez.
Yeah, look, Martinez needs game time.
Right.
I think is where Solo is probably going with this. Shaw needs game time, and they've been back training, so I think that's maybe where he's gone. Evans and Rashford are both ill, so I
Yeah.
assume they both went to the same club. So Evans isn't playing, so I'm going to assume that Martinez will have to play. Varane, we don't have another right-sided unless he's going to play Campbell, and he's not going to do that. And then Dalot, maybe Dalot could have played instead of Wan-Bissaka, but he's just gone with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. So
that's a strong defense, though, isn't it? With those guys back in, it's good to see these guys back here.
Could you have gone? Could there have been any other? Obviously, bar Dalot coming in for Shaw or Wan. I don't think there was much more options he could have played at the back. To be fair,
I agree with you because Lindelof is out and Evans is obviously out in Belfast, his home country, raving up with Marcus, and they both got the flu. So yeah, I think that's fair from our boy Solo, but I just think Dalot has played so well lately. I don't think it's time to sort of rotate too much. But if Shaw is back, then maybe the manager might want to sort of play him. Going into midfield, we've got not Garnacho. We've got McTominay, Bruno, and doing a lovely sprint there. It's Kobe Mainu, which is I'm not too worried about that. That looks like a good midfield. I know you're gonna call out man.
No. I think McTominay, as we're playing lower league opposition, and it's probably going to be rougher and tougher in there. I think McTominay probably should be starting this game. It's just I wonder, when do you think Casemiro's gonna? Would you think Casemiro?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, good shout. And also, can Ten Hag replace as Amrabat? Amrabat's fit, isn't he? We're not even considering him right now.
He's in Morocco, isn't he? He's on African Nations duty. He got man of the match the other day.
You're joking? Okay,
he got man of the match. Yeah. No, I haven't been following it. Somebody posted it to me and said, "See, he can actually." It was a wind up. Oh, see, he can actually play. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just quickly, Stephanie Griffiths is saying here, Shaw and Malacia are still out. From what we know, Shaw might be back.
Shaw's been in training.
Yeah, and Jeff saying here, Evans partying with Rashford is a funny vision. The two of them together out and about. I want to say hi to Damien Walsh. How you doing? Jurgen's going to love that. F Liverpool and come on Spurs. Let's beat City. And I can't read that because there's a bit of thing in the way. But we'll come back to this. Let's talk about Bruno. Mason Mount, is he back in the running? Is it possibly?
No. He's not even content. What injury did he have on Monday?
You know what? I've got no idea. No idea. And I can't even remember like anything happening in the game where he's limped off or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, what I don't understand is how his leg ain't been broken, and it wasn't ligament damage. What keeps you out for so long? I mean, he might not. I don't even know if he's going to come back this season.
It's quite A couple of questions here for you. Cam Barla is a great shout. Double A from Rebel to come in. Big up Rebel. How you doing, man? And also, Mr. B, you're being asked here. I don't know if it's in jest, but he's saying, Mr. B, would you drop Bruno for Casemiro and play McTominay up front? Because I'm just going to, before you answer that, because Rebel just telling us here, Martial, obviously, as we know, is going to be out for about 10 weeks. So we haven't really got much cover up front. Would you rotate, bring Casemiro in, and maybe put McTominay up front
to end the game?
Okay, you wouldn't start like that.
Right, no, come on now. Don't take the proper piss. Yeah, expect us to win, but don't let the game be won before. I mean, I would take McTominay not starting and being the second and coming on and replacing Højlund when Højlund's banged a couple maybe. But
do we intend to buy a striker in this window while the window's still open, considering all this heavyweight that Højlund's carrying?
One day, I said it before the window. Why are we doing transfer shows? Because we ain't buying quality. And what's happened? They said, the Premier League's quiet. I mean, last season, January, 800 million was spent. Wow. You know how much you spent? You know how much you spent so far? 73 million. Yeah?
In the whole of the Premier League?
In the whole of the Premier League.
Wow.
73 million has been spent. So listen, man is afraid. Man, we're laughing about this FFP and whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
But it's no joke because everybody's afraid to spend money.
So that's the no-no then. We've got Holland up front. We've Garnacho on the left. No Rashford, of course, due to him being ill, quite possibly. And on the right is Anthony. That's Anthony, isn't it?
Yeah, Anthony.
Any other choices that could go in?
Well, Palestri's not there. Obviously Rashford's not there, and there's nobody else to play on the. I mean, would
Ahmad.
you play? Do you know what? Ahmad can't do no worse than what Anthony's been doing. Do you know what? I would go Ahmad.
Okay.
I would go Ahmad.
And the rest is the same. You'd stick with the other two then. So Ahmad instead of Anthony, maybe.
Yeah, I would go Ahmad. Because to be fair, all Ahmad has to do is have an assist in the game or shoot on target, and he's already done better than Anthony's done for the whole season.
Oh, good. All right. We got Double A here saying a 4-1 win with Højlund getting a hat-trick and Garnacho with the fourth. Jeff's making a joke here saying, Eric Ten Hag told Rashford he had to play a striker and he started coughing, bottling it. We don't have bottlers in our side. That's Arsenal, Liverpool. David Walsh. Now, I'm going to read this out slowly, guys. And I just want to say, appreciate the comment. He's saying, love the channel, big up all the hard work and much love. We appreciate that,
Thank you, man.
Damien, thank you so much, bro. Honestly, it means a lot to us when we hear lovely comments like that. Guys, I've got competition for you. If you throw in a lovely comment, I might read it out. And how wonderful we are and how much hard work we put in. I might read it out. So, guys, if you want to say something really nice, today's about being really nice, like Damien, my brethren from Drayton Manor, respect. Say something nice in the comments for us, and I will read it out. Lovely message for us. It's coming up to Valentine's Day. It's love is in the air, and show the love to Man United agenda. Ahmad is able to play with both feet, says Jeff. And Rebel saying here, the only solace I'm taking with the January transfer window is the deal that we did get done. The media knew bugger all about, and that was stealing the CEO from City. Yeah, that was yeah. Totally, bro. Yeah, respect that.
The only thing with that though, Rebel, is he don't score goals.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
good point. So there's the solo 11. Overall, you happy with that, Mr. B? We wouldn't be too surprised if it come out with that.
I'm not sure he can go much weaker, and that's why I don't think Newport have got a chance.
Yeah. I
just don't think the players that he has to play. It's not like we're storming the league and he's going to make goals. You know, he would have played Hannibal, Ahmad, blah and blah to get the youngsters in. No chance. These players need to be matched. I mean, they took licks from Burnley behind closed doors the other day. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I don't care. That was more of a fitness thing. But tomorrow's not on Wednesday. Sunday's not a fitness game. So they, as much as they might think, I think it's more mentality that wins them the game. Win the game early so that you can come off.
Yeah. Mr. Rebel saying, facts, Mr. B. I'm hoping it's a sign for the future that we'll be working in the shadows with our dealings from now on. So we don't, good point, Rebel. We don't want it all coming out. We want to sort of have a bit of, be a bit discreet.
Start moving in silence, man. Do what Liverpool used to. I know we started and we spoke about Liverpool. Liverpool are interested in this player at 12 o'clock. Quarter past one, he's already had his medical. You know what I mean? Come on now.
Big up Stephanie Griffiths. Mr. B would love this. She's saying, wouldn't play McTominay, but everyone else in solo 11's okay. And
See, I Stephanie, I'm with you, sister. I wouldn't play him either. But for whatever reason, McTominay is pulling on Ten Hag's heartstrings. I mean, I'm sorry, on Monday. I know that show that you lot started late on Thursday. I still haven't got. I know, but bath time when he told me about that title, I knew. I couldn't. It makes absolutely. I mean, I'm sure bath time sent me the link at like 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 o'clock in the morning. He was on. He was so excited. I will not, and I will not accept that he is. Yeah, give him a new contract. Oh, they want to buy players. What, they want to buy shit? Or are they looking for the attitude and the commitment? If that's what they're looking for, fine. But don't say you want to buy players like McTominay, because you don't really.
I just want to talk quickly now because this is the debut of this young Turk. I'm not very good at pronouncing his name, but I've just done a little research on him today, and you might find this interesting, Mr. B. I'm just going to put
What
up
you
this
got for
slide
me?
here quickly. So, Altor Bayendi to make his debut. Obviously, he's number 2. He's brought in for that. But let's just talk about it because there's a lot of things we didn't really know about him. But I've done a little research today. So the current Cardiff manager, Mr. Boulot, arrived at Fenerbahce a couple of years ago in the hope of turning things around. He brought his own staff with him, including a goalkeeper coach, Michael Kraft, to revitalize or reinvigorate the club. I'm not pronouncing that right. And this is what he said about the goalkeeper coach about our keeper. He said, I did the complete analysis with a BND. He was very striking, meaning imposing when you look at him. Despite being 6'5" in height, Altalay was very fast and light-footed. He was only 22 and was playing his second season at the top Turkish club. Obviously, it's Fenerbahce. They were one of the biggest clubs in Turkey. His movements were kind of wild and sometimes without plan, and his control of the area was not consistent. Alarm bells, anybody? Anana alarm bells? Turkish Anana, am I hearing? Okay, he went on to say, we trained all the details with game-related training and video analysis, so it's quite high-tech there. And he's very smart, so he obviously adapted really well. So he was in top condition in just a few weeks. He has courage, explosiveness, and quick reactions. With his height, he has incredible reach to hold on to unstoppable shots. So just going through that again, what concerns me is his movements were wild and sometimes without plan, and his control of the penalty area was not consistent. So he's bigging himself up by saying he tried to train this out of him and saying he's very smart, he learns really well. So moving on, let's talk about this guy because he's going to make his debut. He says an international debut followed in May 2021, but he never secured a number 1 spot for Turkey. He earned 8 caps. His final season at Fenerbahce was one of mixed form. He missed a few final weeks with a hernia problem. There are still question marks over his ability with his feet and dealing with crosses, but he's worked hard on improving these areas of the game. So, I mean, sometimes you can give an assessment like a CV. The guy could if you came to work for me, Mr. Bean, you were terrible. I have to give you a CV and I have to say something, without burying you. Right, by law. And I'm thinking like that sort of mindset with this one. He's given a CV on this guy and officially he can't bury him. But I think he's basically saying this guy's a calamity waiting to happen. What do you think of the comments?
Do you know what, Monday? Yeah, you're right. I think this is a warning. Maybe there's a reason why he hasn't been playing. Maybe they've seen him in training and thought, oh, Lord, we can't have him. And we're there thinking, he can't be any worse than a Nana, blah, blah, blah. Boy, bad scouting. Whose idea was it to buy him? Because if that was another Ten Hagism, then we are in really big trouble because he doesn't. What will be interesting tomorrow is when they put if he comes for crosses early, then okay, he's progressed. But if you see him staying on his line, then already that he hasn't changed from whatever the gentleman said that Bullet or whatever his name he said he was. We could be in big trouble. But the problem, it's not even a problem. Because we're playing Newport, how much chances do you think they're going to have in the game on Monday?
That's true. It's really hard to assess, isn't it? If you're not going to get any shots on the goalkeeper, how can you assess him?
Right, and this is the problem, because if he has a busy night, it means that the defense that we put out wasn't good enough to hold them.
Yeah.
Mainu and McTominay or Mainu and Casemiro or whoever's playing wasn't good enough to hold a second division football team.
Yeah.
So do we want him to have nothing to do so we don't see him do anything? Or do we want to see him involved so that, maybe he can be putting pressure on Onana for the Wolves game? I'm going to assume Cameroon are going to get knocked out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So Ime will be back for the Wolves game. So I don't know on Monday, man. I don't know. This might be the only game he plays.
Well, it's a really damning assessment, I believe. And I think the only way we can find out is giving the eye test on Sunday and just see what he's really like. Because we've been waiting, we're anticipating for a long time. That rhymes. We've been waiting, anticipating for this guy to show us what he's got. He's 6'5", posing, but there are concerns, and maybe he needs to sort of develop still, and that's probably why Mr. B, I think he hasn't been playing the game, because they've been training him and getting all these bad traits out of his game, I imagine. Rebel saying here, dude, my slides always look small. Yes, Rebel, I'm new to this PowerPointing, and I did read it out though, but I'm not surprised. That's why I read it for you guys. Bart saying here, he looks good based on the highlight reel of his national team. What happens if he has a clean sheet? Would he sit out Onana? Good question.
I don't think it does. I don't think it matters what he does unless he saves 2 penalties.
Yep.
Then he's got no chance. I just don't see there's anything he can do in this specific game that will show us whether or not he's a good enough.
Okay. Talking about the goalkeeper, but Damien's saying here to Bart, Man United would always be a bigger and worldwide club than City. City are not an elite club. Man United are still in the top 5 richest out there. Don't bite with Bart.
Did you hear that?
What's that?
We are we 4th? Real Madrid, Man City. I'm sure it was Boss. I'm sure we're 4th. We ain't won nothing. The club is a mess, but we're still 4th for income. Now Monday, just imagine they get that right. I think we were 75 million behind. I think it was 75 million behind City. City just won the treble.
Yeah.
City just won the treble. Nearly won the quad. They went over to wherever they went and beat that Brazilian team who just wanted to pass the ball in the box. So I just let them get it right. Just let them get it right.
Okay. Score prediction. Rebels just said it's 2-0. Going back to the goalkeeper, he said it cost 5 million, so it doesn't really matter. He's basically saying why is he signed by United when we've got Kovar, their young keeper who won Golden Glove in the Czech League last season.
It made no sense. It made no sense.
Says Jeff. Damien's saying here, City are the most corrupt club in history. Should be relegated. That could be watch your space. 6-0, says Jeff, by the way. And Big T saying here, I hope he's crap. If he's any good, we get rid of him. Romero and De Gea come to mind. Kovar got moved on because of the other Czech keeper we have loaned to Vitek. And finally, it would do good for Holland, the world good, if he were to fill his boots at Newport. Prolagafi, stop these long words, in front of goal has made United defense worst in the league. Okay, so there you go. Bit of a question mark. We will find out this weekend about the goalkeeper, which I'm really excited about. Sounds like it's going to be a bit of a ride with him, just like it is with Onana. I'm going to go for score predictions now, Mr. B. I know it's difficult because we don't know much about Newport, but let's just keep it real. I mean, clearly, it's got to be a W at least. What you got?
Most definitely. I'm gonna go. You know what? We're dead in front of goal, but we're gonna create chances. So I'm gonna go 4-0. Anything under 4-0, I don't think it's been a good game. I don't care how the 4 goals go in. Nobody don't get no injuries, but 4-0. 4-0 minimum.
Okay.
This is minimum.
Wow. 4-0 is a result that we're not very used to these days, but scoring a lot of goals. What do you guys think in the comments? We already had a few from Rebel, and Jeff said 6-0. Rebel said 2-0. We've got 4-0 from Mr. B. I'm going to go with 2-0 as well, away from home. I think we just get the result done and have a decent performance. When we played Wigan a few weeks ago, I thought we played okay against weak opposition, and this is a team that's probably weaker than them. So hopefully it's a W, it's a win, and hopefully we go through to the next round. Big T saying we're going to lose 2-1. That'll be a big cup shock. Like
if he on Monday, if we don't win the game, Ten Hag's gone. There ain't no.
Oh, really?
I'm not. Yeah. Listen, Newport.
Yeah.
Come on, they in that fags. No,
Really
no, no,
Newport,
no.
mate.
Yeah, you can't. Exactly. Exactly. No, you can't. You can't. It's not even. I'm not even contemplating. I mean, I don't even care if they score.
Yeah,
Fine. If they score, make it 6-1. That's fine. But they can't be at any stage they dominate Man United.
yeah,
There's no way that they should be out thinking. Although saying that, set pieces, I think corners is probably where they're going to work on little things. They're going to work on something that might or may. And you already done know we can't defend corners for nothing. So
yeah,
maybe that's the part of the game that they feel that they've got an opportunity in. But don't give them no corners then.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't give them no corners. So no, I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it to be over very, very early.
Okay, big shock says the double A. They take us back to Old Trafford. And if Anthony, what happens if Anthony scores a hat trick? Yeah, it's
Nothing.
opportunity. I think good opportunity for guys who haven't been informed to sort of play against a weaker team on BBC and get their profile up. I mean, there's a big difference, isn't there, when you play on terrestrial TV? There's millions watching, more so than watching a game on Sky or one of these other sort of cable channels or satellite channels, as you call them. But yes, this is going to be showtime. I mean, Man United are lucky. We always get like televised games, but this one is an opportunity to really shine for the general public. And hopefully our players will go out there and deliver, most certainly. All right. Anything else that we need to be concerned about? Are we doing a watch along, for example?
Yeah. We'll do the watch along. We'll do the watch along. I'll be there in my arm.
Right.
Actually, I've stopped wearing my Man United t-shirt. You know how much tops I got in my car, and I can't wear them.
Why?
I'm sick of. Me on Monday. When it's somebody I don't know, don't talk to me about my team in it.
Yeah.
You wear it, and people want to be commenting to me like me and them's brethren, and we're not.
Yeah.
Don't mock. Don't mock. So I've realised that for myself.
Yeah,
it's better I just don't wear them. I just don't wear. Let the summer come.
Yeah.
And then, I had a man come and fit new Wi-Fi the other day.
Uh-huh.
And he walked past and said, "Oh, you've got something that you need to." And I'm thinking, what's he talking about? He's talking about my flag, innit?
Oh,
So
no.
I said to him, "You smell like a gooner." Lo and behold,
Yeah,
he was a gooner. He was a gooner. He finished my cable and spent 20 minutes talking to me outside. And by the end of the conversation, I just wanted to lick him down.
So was he being smug?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, I don't, if talk to me about, I understand. Talk to me about football if you don't know me, innit? But don't try and, so yeah, I think it's probably better for my own side for me not to be wearing the shirts.
It's funny how you noticed that he was an Arsenal fan as well. They got a lot of cheese, these guys.
Yeah, but it's the comments that they make. You know what I mean? They've got that. I don't know what it is, but I knew. I said, "You smell like a gooner." And he said, "Yeah, how did you know?" I don't know. You could just tell their banters. Yeah.
They talk a lot these days. They're chumping up. Bart, you want to donate $3.99 to the channel?
Do you know how you do that? Hit that super chat bar.
Oh, yeah, super chat. Yeah, drop a super chat if you find it on there. And I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do it because we're going to be signing out very soon. So hurry up. Guys, I know you're watching the game, but you can get back to it now because we're finished here. But don't forget, we'll be back on Sunday for the watch along. And then
Definitely.
after we've got Stuart Marshall will be joining us.
Oh, he's in the house? Is Dora going to be on Sunday?
Dora's not here. I don't think Dora's going to make it. So it's going to be, you're going to do the watch along. You're welcome to jump on the reaction show as well. So, yeah, we will be back on Sunday.
Time's back. So it feels like, it's man, I feel, it's crazy. You take a couple of days off.
Yeah.
And I feel like I haven't seen you. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in ages.
You've been off. Okay, you off. Oh, yeah, of course.
Wednesday, Thursday, yeah.
That's right, yeah. Well, welcome back, Mr. B. Hope you're getting settled. It's been a long time. But before we go, I just want to shout out all our people. So big up to Matthew Bassett. Matthew, can I just say personally, Matthew, I love the support you give the channel. You're always there for us, and we do appreciate you. Damien, lovely comments today. Obviously, we go way back, Drayton Manor High School, or what kind of thing, but I really appreciate all the love you're showing the channel. Big up to Big T. You're the first comment. And Bath Time is coming with Rashford and oh, God. No doubt about it. There you go. That's why we love you. Big up to you. Big up to Bart as well. Serious Liverpool fan. I know it's been a rough day for you, but it's all love. Big up to Double A as well. Respect you, Double A. I love it when you come on and comment for us and give us some comment. Tim, we've got Stephanie and Rebel in the house as well. Rebel's one of our own anyway. He's part of the team, the staff here. So big up to you, Rebel. We've got Stephanie in the house as well. Am I missing anybody? Jeff as well. Jeff, I don't think you've ducked out. But Jeff, big up. We'll see you next week, maybe on the Friday night takeaway as well. And I think that's your lot. But everyone who tuned in today, thank you so much for the lovely comments. We will see you on Sunday. And God forbid we lose. I mean, that would just be hell. But you're still
on Monday. On Monday, look, we came on at 7-0. But if we don't get nothing against Newport,
you're not coming.
I'm not going to say I'm not going to come on, because guess what? I'm not set for the reaction. It's you, Stuart, and Bath Time. But I just can't see it. I can't see it, bro. I can't see it.
Big up to we deserve better as well. Great show. Great showing up. Saying hello, even though you're coming up right at the end of the show. But big up to you all the way. Great dynamic duo. Yes, big up Stephanie Griffiths. We love you, girl. Thank you. And it's a Welsh team as well. That's a black flag, not a red flag. But anyway, we're going to sign out now. I'm going to do it properly. We've had a few technical issues this week. Bath Time and then not pressing this live button. You know, it happens. Wizard Bet was in the meeting. Go and check out the start of the show, and you'll find out all about our goalkeeper and previous upsets and what's happening with Solo 11 as well. Most important, you know. Anyway, guys, we're going to sign out now. Mr. B, you can go back, enjoy the rest of your evening. Yeah. I'm going to do the same, put my feet up, and I will wait until Sunday and see what happens on BBC. Anyway, for now, we're signing out. Big up Mr. B. Big up everyone in the comments. Later.